everyone, my name is Diana. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and member in good standing with the ICCRC, Immigration Consultants of Canada Regulatory Council. And today, I bring you one more question of the day. Today's question is: what happens when you apply for PR after a 1 year work experience? They give you a processing time of 20 months, but your working permit is soon about to be expired. Can you continue working under a compliant status, or do you need to apply for a new work permit? So, thank you so much for your question. So, the first thing you need to realize, you and everyone else who wants to apply to immigrate to Canada, is that PR applications don't in and on itself, a PR application in and on itself doesn't give implied status. An PR application, while it's being processed, doesn't give status in Canada, not even implied status. If you are in Canada, you are responsible to maintain legal status, right? Just the mere act of submitting a PR application doesn't give you legal status while in Canada while the application is being processed. Otherwise, it will be just way too easier, right? Otherwise, it will be just everyone in the world will come to Canada and to submit a PR application, whether they would qualify or not, whether they meet eligibility requirements or not, and then just claim that they had status in Canada when the application was being processed, right? That's not the way it works. So since you're talking about 20 months, I see that you may be talking about, seem to be talking about provincial nominee programs. That's usually non-express entry streams. Provincial nominee programs usually take around that time, 18, 19, 20 months, around that. Under economic immigration programs, which you haven't specified which immigration program you are applying under, but based on the 20 months you quoted, I'm going to assume you're talking about non-express interest streams of PNPs, provincial nominee programs. So under economic immigration programs, depending again on the type of application program you are applying under, and how soon your work permit is going to expire, which again is information you haven't provided with your question, if your work permit is going to expire soon or not. But if your work permit, if you submitted your PR application and you got, let's imagine about the express entry, right? Submitted you got your ITA, submitted your PR application, you got AOR, acknowledge of receipt on it, right? You can, and your work permit is going to expire in 4 months or less. You can use that AOR, that acknowledge of receipt letter, to that proves your PR application is being processed. You can use that to submit your an application for a bridging open work permit, right? Which is a work permit to give you status in Canada while your PR application is being processed, to make that bridge between your work permit and your the outcome of your PR application. So that's an option, right? You may or may not be eligible to apply for it. Again, it depends on the specifics of your situation. I don't have enough information from this question to assess. But again, like I said, under economic immigration program, under express entry, you got your ITA, not just an express entry profile, but you got an ITA, your invitation to apply for permanent residence. You apply for permanent residence. You got AOR, a knowledge of receipt. You can use that to apply for a bridging open work permit as long as your current work permit is going to expire in 4 months or less. If you were talking about non-express entry streams of provincial nominee programs, right? In addition to having the application and to already being nominated by the province or territory, they nominated you, and having a PR application being processed, if you get the approved in principle on that application, then you can use that along with the nomination certificate to apply for your bridging open work permit as well. If, like I was saying, if your current work permit is going to expire in 4 months or less, right? If you are applying for PR under express entry stream of a provincial nominee program, right? You already got nominated, you already got your 600 points, you will receive your ITA, you apply for PR, you got AOR on it, that you can use your nomination letter as well as your the AOR knowledge of receipt on your PR application to apply for that bridging open work permit as well if your work permit is going to expire in 4 months or less. So if you are in Quebec, applying for Quebec, if you live in Quebec, apply for Quebec program, you do not qualify for a bridging open work permit, then you need to apply for a employer-specific closed work permit through them through Quebec. But it's just to so again, depending on the circumstances of your case, you may or may not be eligible to apply for a bridging open work permit. And the point is that it would be the bridging open work permit application that would give you implied status, not the PR application in and on itself. It's not the mere fact of submitting a PR application that will give you status. No, it would be that bridging open work permit application, that temporary residence application, that would give you that implied status to allow you to continue to work. But again, you haven't provided enough information on your question for me to assess with more assurance if you are or not eligible for a bridging open work permit, or to discuss any other options, such as maybe getting your employer to support you right through an LMA based closed work permits, if that's the case, right? If you're not eligible for a bridging open work permit, for example, right? So again, there are options for you to continue working legally with a work permit while waiting for your PR application to be processed. Again, enter in contact with me. I'd love to help you, right? To book a consultation, you can book it on the website on the description box below, canadanow.consulting, my immigration consulting firm's website. Again, I am a regulated, licensed immigration consultant in Canada. I am legally authorized, legally trained, legally licensed, legally authorized to provide immigration advice and immigration services for a fee. So do not hesitate to contact me for your help, either with work permits, with PR applications, or any other immigration issue you may have. So with that said, thank you so much for just watching this video, and I hope it brought you value and information that can help you on your own application, and see you all tomorrow on another immigration question of the day. Bye.